Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To start us off, I would like to welcome our principal, Mr. Naraki, to the stage to begin our ceremony.
All right, thank you everyone. Welcome everyone. Yes, it is a much smaller crowd than we're used to because usually we have the seniors have their service and teacher recognition night toward the end of the year. But this is a great venue. So welcome to the 2024 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony for Advanced Math and Science Academy Charter School. I'm honored to once again be the official welcomer. I think I've done this now maybe 5 or 6 times. I watched my speech. I was telling Mr. Finkel up there, I watched my speech from last year, and I feel like I say pretty much the same exact thing every year with little twists and turns, if you will. But I do want to start by, before we get kicked off here, I do want to thank Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School, where we are right now. We have a great partnership with them. As you all can see, this is a great venue. We don't have anything like this on our campus. It's nice to have a great partnership with a nearby school that's very close to home in Marlboro. So I do want to thank Assabet for helping us out and for providing us with an awesome venue for tonight's ceremony. I have a little list here, and I usually don't bring a list, so I wrote things down this time. I do want to thank your advisors here, Ms. Bowen, Ms. Johnson. These two put in, as you all know, I'm sure most of you have had Ms. Bowen or Ms. Johnson at your time at AMSA. They put in a tremendous amount of work for their day jobs, and then the amount of work they put in for National Honor Society, it's like I feel like it's another full-time job certain parts of the year. I'm sure you can attest to that. And they do a wonderful job putting everything together, having everything organized. Everything looks great up here right now. So I do want to thank your advisors for their work. And they've done a beautiful job. Next up, I do want to thank, let me go in order here, all the parents and families, friends, parents, guardians out there that are in the crowd tonight. I want to thank all of you for a couple different reasons. First off, thank you for sending your students to AMSA. We love having them. We know that we are a choice school. We know that this school it's a challenging curriculum. As I always like to point out, it's challenging just to get to AMSA's campus. Some of you are coming from far away across the city or from different towns and cities around. We know it's a commitment. So we do want to thank the families, friends who make that all happen. We know that every student needs all the support that they can get from their teachers, from the staff, but you play a major role. We know all those hours. You're asking them if they completed their homework, if they've checked their Power School or Plus portals back in the day. We know the effort and the commitment that you all have made to the school, so I do want to thank the families out there who are here tonight, and students, you can give them a nice clap if you'd like for the support they're giving you. Staff members, not many staff members here tonight, but I'm sure they'll be tuning in through YouTube at a later point in time. Our staff is second to none in my opinion. For the counselors, the teachers, and the administrative staff, all together, we work as one. Do we disagree sometimes with each other on some little things? Yes, I think that that's true. We have 130 staff members at AMSA. However, we are very mission driven, and we're a school that really does stick to our core values, and we don't just write things on the wall and say this is our mission and then just kind of ignore it. We do live by it. We all work together, and what we work together for is to provide students with the best learning opportunity that we can possibly put together for them. And I feel like we have the greatest product in Massachusetts for sure here at AMSA. So I do want to thank our teaching staff, counselors, administrative staff, everybody for all the work that they put in each and every day. And lastly, students. I want to thank you all for all the work that you put in the classroom. As I've mentioned, we all know that AMSA is challenging. I'm sure you all agree. I see some sort of head nods, slight smiles, etc. Some of you are probably tired because you had PSATs today. The seniors are laughing because they had the day off. But You all are ambassadors to the community. Whether you like that or not, you really, really are officially now. You're entering into the National Honor Society, not just because of your performance in the classroom. You're here because you do very well in there, but you're here because of what you do outside the classroom. As I mentioned at last year's ceremony, and probably every other one that I spoke at, your names are given out to the staff for sort of like a character audit, if you will. You're all here because staff members have pretty much, vast majority or unanimously, have determined that you have the character and the leadership potential, or you already have the leadership qualities to be here, to be sitting here, and to be representing the school. You all should be really proud of yourselves tonight. The new inductees, seniors that are already members, thank you all for being here as well. Take this responsibility seriously. It's not just about what you do inside of the classroom. Make sure that when you're out there representing us, whether it's on the athletic fields, at math meets, club events, things of that nature, remember that we have those core values. They're on your school uniform every day. Stick to those, and I promise you'll have a great year, great rest of your high school career. You'll have a great life after high school as well. So that's all I have. Officially welcome to the ceremony, and next up I'm going to call Ava Collins for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you all.
Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would now like to introduce our NHS chapter treasurer, Bella Kalina, who will be discussing chapter tonight.
Hi everyone. Of each of the NHS pillars, character is the hardest to define, yet it guides our decisions, our actions, and defines who we are at our core. While character isn't tangible, strong character is immediately respected and recognizable. It's compassion for the vulnerable, honesty when no one's watching, and courage in the face of adversity. When others may buckle or bend under pressure, those with good character strengthen. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of convenience and comfort, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. It is in those difficult moments that our true character is revealed. Strong character isn't just about personal success, it's about how we contribute to our communities and build trust with others. People of character are the foundation of healthy, thriving communities. They are the ones who inspire others to act with integrity, respect, and empathy. So stand by your values, maintain your integrity, and humbly admit your mistakes. True success isn't measured by talent, wealth, or status, but by your kindness, empathy, and sense of responsibility to others. Your character is the foundation of the relationships you build and the legacy you leave behind. My advice to everyone here is simple. Don't allow yourself to be driven by recognition, praise, or even accomplishment. Motivate yourself by doing what you are passionate about and by standing up for what you believe in. Having the strength to pursue it, honesty and charity will bring not only success, but significance. In the end, it is your character that will determine your true impact on the world. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our NHS chapter president, Mario J. Kumar, who will be discussing scholarship.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mario, your National Honor Society president, and I'm here to talk to you about scholarship. Scholarship, a term with which every AMSA student is intimately familiar. It's something that we strive for every day. I'm sure many of us have lost sleep over it at night, and that's the thing about scholarship. It demands sacrifice. Whether that be an hour or two of sleep or a missed sports practice to stay after school with a teacher, every single member of this society has given up something at one point or another in the name of scholarship. Sometimes the reward isn't obvious. You put hours into the homework only for it to not be collected. You study hard for a test and still don't get the score you felt you deserved. We've all been there. The true victory lies in realizing that scholarship is its own reward. That homework you worked on that wasn't collected, you still learned more than the kid who didn't do it at all. That disappointing test, you understand that material infinitely better than before. No one will tell you that your grades don't matter, and if they do, they're lying. But they're far from the only thing that matters. Scholarship is more than just your GPA or your SAT score or the name of the college you go to. It is a passion for learning in the face of any obstacle, any barricade, and any setback. It's about the journey, not the destination. Every NHS member has exhibited this. Their love of learning and their passion for knowledge, along with the countless hours logged tutoring students in younger grades and helping each other with difficult assignments, are a testament to this. Whether it be honors chemistry or AP calculus, we have lifted or been lifted up by our peers time and time again. I hope everyone here continues to strive for excellence and does it alongside their fellow members of the National Honor Society. I would now like to invite Miriam Iqbal, the NHS Secretary, to speak about service.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the induction of new members into the National Honor Society. Congratulations to the inductees and to their families. This is a moment of pride, not just for those being inducted, but for our entire school community. Tonight, I have the privilege of speaking about one of the 4 pillars that form the foundation of NHS, the pillar of service. According to the National Honor Society's website, service represents the choice of stepping outside oneself to meet the needs of others, fueled by an unwavering passion for a cause, heartfelt empathy for others, or driven by personal circumstances. It's about performing selfless acts that transcend the ordinary, engendering transformative changes that resonate through our schools, ripple across our communities, and reverberate on a global scale. In the noble act of service, we sculpt a better world with our hands, our hearts, and our humanity. But to students like you and I, service is a checkbox, something we need to do in order to remain in clubs like NHS, or to add to our resumes for college applications. It's spending our Saturdays volunteering and counting down how many hours are left until we fulfill our requirements, and how many more Saturdays we would lose. But service is so much more than just ticking off boxes on a community service sheet. It's about making a real, lasting impact on the world around us. As members of NHS, you have already shown what it takes to lead, learn, and to serve. You have all been high achievers who have the drive to lead, work hard, and to do more. But we are all human at the end of the day, and as people, we all have one more thing in common. We all have our own challenges. As students, we all face our own pressures, whether it's academic stress, personal struggles, or uncertainty about the future. But when we serve, we step outside of ourselves and realize that we have the power to make an impact. It's a reminder that no matter what challenges we face, we still have the capacity to make a difference in someone else's life. And often in doing so, we feel more in control of our own. Service is an opportunity, not just to help others, but to uplift ourselves by realizing the impact we can have. We may not be able to solve every problem we face, but through service, we can create moments of connection, change, and hope. And that in itself is empowering. As NHS members, we are not just fulfilling a duty, we are transforming our own lives by helping to transform the lives of others. So, as you continue in your NHS journey, I encourage you to rethink service. Look beyond the checkbox. Embrace the opportunity to change lives, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone. Because the real impact of service isn't in the hours you log, but in the moments you create, the people you uplift, and the difference you make. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our Vice President, Jagger Stanford, to speak about leadership.
Hi everyone, my name is Jagger Sanford and I'm the Vice President of National Honor Society this year. Leadership, a word that contains 10 letters, 3 syllables, and has the remarkable ability to change the world. Think of the leadership of George Washington as he bravely led his men across the Delaware toward the independence of our nation. Consider the leadership of a humble shepherd guiding his sheep to safety, or even the leadership it takes for me to write an email to Miss Johnson asking for an extension for an assignment. What I'm trying to convey is that leadership does not have a single definition. It comes in many forms. My definition of leadership may differ from yours, and that's perfectly okay. What matters is that we recognize the various ways in which all AMSA students, especially those being inducted tonight, demonstrate leadership and continually prove themselves to be strong leaders. As Vice President, I have the privilege of managing many of NHS's functions and responsibilities behind the scenes. But more importantly, I work to foster a sense of community involvement across our club. I hope that over the next 2 years, all of you inductees will join me in this mission to lead the club with a strong focus on service and engagement. Some may see the title of member as a lesser leadership role compared to that of an officer, but it's crucial to remember that leadership is not just about titles or positions. It's about action and the positive impact we have on those around us. As members of NHS, you are expected to embody the spirit of leadership in every action and opportunity you encounter. You will be held to the high standards that come with this honor. Whether you're leading in the classroom by actively engaging with teachers or volunteering in the community, take your role in NHS seriously. Strive to make a palpable impact on AMSA and beyond. Leadership in NHS extends far beyond organizing meetings or completing service projects. It's about being a role model. Show others the value of hard work, perseverance, and empathy. Inspire those around you to strive for excellence while giving back to the community we serve. And most importantly, lead with purpose and passion. Thank you. I would now like to call up our President Mario to lead the pledge.
Before we induct our new class of NHS members, we ask them to take a pledge to uphold the values of the organization. Therefore, would all new inductees rise and join me in reciting the National Honor Society pledge. Please repeat after me. I, being aware of the honor that is being bestowed upon me by my selection for membership in the National Honor Society, do hereby pledge loyalty to this organization. It shall be my earnest purpose to give unsparingly of my time and energy toward the promotion of all school activities. I will strive to be at all times a model student and will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of this society. For which I have been selected. Striving in every way by word and deed. To make its ideals the ideals of my school and of my life. Please be seated. I would now like to invite advisors Mrs. Bowen and Ms. Johnson to the podium to formally introduce our newly inducted members and distribute their certificates.
So, if you look
look through your program, there are a couple of names that got cut off. We had some snafu, but we're going to reprint those for the families of the inductees that are missing from the program. We have the first row, please rise. Gabriel Ardilla. Yuval Artsy. Lydia Azar. Samantha Berardino. Erin Butler. Liam Byrne. Shelby Cassie. Annie Carpenter. Olivia Casella. Jeffrey Collinjones. Caitlin Deptula. Christopher Ebner. Tommy Galley. Darshan Gariraj. Alyssa Heyman. Michelle Ihechukwu. Abigail John. Matthew Martins Rodriguez. Peter Mativich. Jackson Malloy. Richard Newbainer. Cole Olson. Pagdal. Miguel Pedrosa. Shivani Ross. Adriele Sampaio. Aria Sheath. Raghav Subhash Chander. Abby Tripodi. Lauren Walsh. Can all of the newly inducted members please stand, and please join me in congratulating the newest members of the Advanced Math and Science Academy NHS chapter. Thank you. So I just wanted to say a little bit of thank yous. There is a group that is not here, our faculty council, which remains anonymous. They're a group of members who volunteer and spend many hours reading through applications. They also handle any disciplinary issues that come up in our chapter, and they are unknown. So just a round of applause for them. I'd also like to thank AMSA administration for always supporting us, our chapter. And I'd also like to thank our wonderful executive board that are over here. They made some wonderful speeches tonight. I'd also like to thank my wonderful Mrs. Bowen has stepped into this role wonderfully. It's been an absolute joy to work with her. She thinks of everything that I didn't think of, and I usually think I'm pretty good at thinking of things. So I would just like a round of applause for her. Before we conclude the evening, I'd like to formally invite all of you to our event. This will be our second annual Service and Gratitude Night, where we honor our seniors who are seated behind the new inductees and also on our stage. This is a new thing, but it worked out beautifully last year and we had such fun. And we invite all of you and your families to attend, of course. And please keep an eye out for the date that comes out about that. And now I would like to invite Dr. Lisa Mobley, Executive Director, to the podium for closing remarks. One more thing, after Dr. Mobley's remarks, I'd like to have all of the new inductees and seniors please stay so that we can take some photos. Thank you. I knew they would leave.
So good evening, everyone. Before I share my closing remarks with you, I would really appreciate one more round of applause for the advisors. Spending 15 years as a principal of a high school, I really truly know what it goes into the work of National Honor Society, and especially the stress because there's so many fantastic applicants, but not everyone meets every single bar. And it's very stressful for these folks when they're in front of these amazing students every day. So they're amazing, and thank you for all you do for AMSA and for the students. So good evening, scholars, families, and faculty. Tonight we celebrate your academic achievements and the deeper qualities that have brought you here. Your dedication to service, leadership, and character. Congratulations to each and one of you on this really very significant accomplishment. Your academic success is a significant achievement that deserves recognition. It reflects your dedication to knowledge and the pursuit of excellence. However, being part of the National Honor Society means so much more than just excelling in your studies. It means embodying the 4 pillars upon which this organization stands. You heard about those a little earlier: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Tonight, while we recognize your achievements as scholars, let's place a special emphasis on the 3 pillars that, in today's world, are much more critical than ever before. Service. Our world faces unprecedented challenges: environmental crises, social injustices, and humanitarian issues that require us to think well beyond ourselves. Service is not just an act, it's a mindset and a commitment to using our time and talents to make a difference in the lives of others. You are called to go beyond community service hours and to embrace a lifelong mission to serve others. True service is not measured by the number of tasks completed or the hours logged, but by the impact that you make and the lives you touch. It is the empathy you extend to a friend in need. Maybe it's the compassion you show to a stranger, the support you offer to your community in times of hardship. The world needs you, not just as high achievers, but as individuals who generously give of their time to create positive change in our world. Leadership. Oh, in a time when the world is often divided and doesn't have very good examples for leaders, we need leaders who unite, inspire, and guide others towards a common goal. True leadership goes beyond holding titles and positions of authority. It is about setting an example through your actions, your courage, and your integrity. Leadership is about lifting others up, sharing the credit, and taking responsibility when things go wrong, because they will. It is the willingness to stand up for what is right, even when what is right is unpopular or uncomfortable. It's about creating spaces where others feel valued and feel heard. And as you move forward, remember that your leadership is not defined by the loudness of your voice, but by the depth of your commitment to the people that you are serving and the causes that you decide to champion. Character. Well, this is the most vital pillar of them all. In an age where information is abundant, but truth and ethics can seem very short in supply, we desperately need individuals with strong character. We have heard this truth before, and I think it was said tonight, in fact, that character is who you are when no one is watching, the choices you make when you have nothing to gain. It is demonstrated in your honesty, resilience, and respect for others, regardless of their differences. The world needs skilled and knowledgeable people who have a strong moral compass and are kind-hearted. Your character will be your most valuable asset, guiding you through challenges, grounding you in success, and allowing you to navigate a world that often tests our values. Scholars, you've just accepted membership into the AMSA National Honor Society and all the responsibility that comes with it. Remember that your membership is not merely a recognition of what you've already accomplished, but it's the challenge to keep growing, serving, and leading, and also building your own character. Your journey is just beginning, and we look forward to seeing the incredible impact that you will have on our community. We look forward to seeing your future and how you change the world. Congratulations once again. May you shine brightly, not just as scholars, but as the compassionate leaders, selfless servants, and principled individuals who our world desperately needs. And thank you and best wishes for your future.
Thank you all for coming this evening, that concludes our ceremony tonight. Just a reminder, NHS members, we're looking for a couple of photographs. Thank you.